Another villain is complete. Let's go ahead and check out Jack-O-Lantern. So a little while back, I was able to get this Death Storm for really cheap off of Whatnot, and I instantly knew this was going to be my Jack-O-Lantern. If I swapped out the head with a pumpkin, I knew this would be pretty much a perfect Jack-O-Lantern, and that's what I did. I got this. This is one of the several heads from the Ultimate Trick or Treat from NECA, and I really like this head. This is one of the coolest pumpkin heads I could find in this scale. And I really like the facial expressions we get with that movable jaw and just a smirk. And as you see here, we painted up a little bit. I built a lot of this custom on a live stream. I go live every Friday on YouTube now. We build customs together. So what I did was swapped out the arms and the legs from this Jay Garrick onto this figure. And then I painted all the skin tones black on the arm. And then the pants, I just painted that all black as well. It was pretty easy. I did some prep joint. Otherwise, it took the paint really well. And then the gauntlets, I kept silverish. And the hands and feet, I was originally going to paint. But the more I sat with it, the chat and I really enjoyed it. And so I also had to hollow out this head. It was way too small to fit on the neck of the Death Storm. So I just took my Dremel. And then I took this cape from a He-Man. I think it was a King Grayskull. It's actually a really nice cape, and it is wired. So it would be perfect for this job. And I just did some roughing up here and there. I'm going to put a far more in-depth video of this out on my YouTube. I'm doing a lot more long-form content now. So I definitely recommend going and check out my YouTube so you can get the more in-depth looks at all these customs that I make moving forward. But of course I will continue with short form as well. So as we double back with this figure, we added a couple more additions. We put some gold on the gauntlets. I swapped out the hands so that he can hold some accessories. So I had a prime nose gray so that the red goes on better. And I also primered the triangle on the chest gray. And I added brown to the shoulder pads. I thought that would look really cool. Chat recommended I do that, and I think it came out really well. And all together, this is what we ended up with. As you see here, the hands were painted up red, and then the little leather parts I painted black, and then the spikes. These are the same hands that I used for the Chameleon, the King Shazam. These are just the gripping hands, so you can hold the accessories. This is actually the original head from Jack-O-Lantern, and then the little flame effect is from the effigy. I just glued it all together and then repainted all the flame effects so that it'd be more consistent, since I used a couple different flames here. And I also touched up some paint on the head, mostly just cleaning up some of the yellow paints around the mouth and eyes. And then we cleaned up the gold. I added some black dry brush on the silver parts to add a little wear and tear. And then as you see here, I added some accessories. That's from a NECA Ninja Turtle, and then the axe, I'm not sure, but there's fun little additions to really round out this guy. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite customs I've done so far. This is from an Azrael, I believe. I thought it'd be really cool with a flame sword. Someone in chat recommended that. So yeah, like I said, the long form video of this guy will be coming out soon, so we'll take a much deeper look. But in the meantime, let me know what you think of this in the comments down below.